Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Art and welcome to another video. I've been slightly incommunicado for the last couple of days, almost a week, and there's some problems with that and I'll get to that in another day. Taking a little time off of work right now because I'm kind of conflicted, more than normal. As you all well know that Russia is invading the Ukraine right now. And a lot of people are split on this. This is my take on this matter. Years ago, Ukraine was part of Russia. Russia fell, Ukraine split off, tried to become and became its own nation, like a lot of other nations that split from Russia. Ever since then, Russia still thinks that Ukraine is not a country. They don't even consider it a country, while the rest of the world consider Ukraine its own country. So here's the thing. Certain people are praising Russia for doing this, because of they're invading Ukraine for security measures. Security measures. Ukraine is very small compared to all of Russia. What kind of security measures is it? Security measures. Regardless of how you feel, just let's think about this. Remember when Iraq invaded Kuwait? America jumped on the bandwagon, sanctioned them, and then we went to war. Now, the funny thing is, President Trump praises Putin for his actions. Biden and the rest of the world condemns Russia for this action. What security involves between you and Ukraine that you have problems with? Now, to some people who don't understand a lot of things about the whole scenario, there's two ways of looking at this. One way is that back in the past, a lot of people consider Ukraine gave when Russia a long time ago took over Ukraine, they adopted their culture. So it's a cultural thing, maybe. What you see about a lot of Russian culture came from Ukraine. Ukrainians said, "This is what we gave you our culture. You took our culture. You're not who you are without us." Russia looks at this like this is a cultural thing. But then again, Ukraine also has a lot of natural resources. Lots of natural resources. Plus, they have lots of sea. They're close to the sea as well. So I can see why Russia tries to. They say, "Oh, we recognize two areas as independent from Ukraine, so we're going to go and secure that area from Ukraine." Now the thing is, the problem was for years Ukraine has been preparing for something like this. They've been preparing for this action to happen. A lot of people don't know that. But here's the thing is, a lot of people saying that the reason why Putin is doing that is because Biden is weak. Well, I wouldn't say that. For example, how many times have you tried to tell a grown adult what to do? How many times have you tried to tell a grown adult what to do? And how many times that grown adult did it? Didn't work too much, did it? If I told you what to do, would you do it? Of course not, because you'd be like, I'm a grown man. How the flip are you going to tell me what to do? And that's the reason. We cannot tell Russia, don't do this. Because Russia looks at Ukraine as, they're not a country. Since they're not a country, I can do this. Think about it. Now I know a lot of people want to try to say, well, if Trump was in office, the thing is, if Trump was in office, this still would have happened. 9 times out of 10, this still would have happened because Russia has been trying to bolster those areas for years. The problem is you didn't really notice it because no one really thought about it until something big comes down. Now all the experts are coming in to try to tell you what's going on. Here's a question. And then recently, Putin says, if you interfere, we're going to war. Now this is where the quote unquote weak part is. A lot of Americans don't want us to put boots to the ground in this matter. They don't want it. They don't want us interfering. Because some of them, it's their country. Let them handle it. Okay, that's great. And tell you the truth, I understand that totally. I'm an American. I don't want American troops over there. I really don't. Because that's what escalate the whole matter. But then again, well, you sanction them. How many times you sanction Saddam Hussein? These guys don't give a fuck about you sanctioning them. Oh, why are you sanctioning me? Oh, wow, what I'm going to do? So here's the question. If we do nothing, does that mean we're weak? Or we're trying to prevent something worse from happening? Let's look at it that way. If we go in there with troops, most likely a war will happen. Most likely. At least some skirmishes will happen, but will it be a full-fledged war? It might end up being that way. The Cold War might start right back up again. Maybe World War III might actually happen. Maybe. Who knows? But then again, at the United Nations, the ambassador for the Ukraine is blasting the United Nations because Russia is not really part of the United Nations. And they're putting out some good solid points. So here's a question. What's going to happen? We don't know. But anyway, that's basically what I know about the situation. Plus, I do have a couple of people who I kind of talk with on Facebook and Twitter who lives in Ukraine. They are Ukrainians, and some of them was like, "Oh my gosh, they've been talking about going to year." They were talking about going to war with us for years. They've been saying for years and years and years they've been trying to do this. Now all of a sudden they're doing it, and it's like, well, in certain area, I don't live in that area, so I'm safe for now. But I know a lot of my other family members live in there, and they're leaving, and they're potentially slightly evacuating some their family members because of potential what could happen, and that's what I know. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Something like this will pop up a question for me to talk about. And to me, I don't really like to dwell on negative shit. I really don't. But this is like on everybody's lips right now and minds. So how about this? Let me know what you think about what's going on. Do you think Russia has a right to invade another country, even though they don't think it's a country? And do you think we should do something? What do you think we should do? What are your thoughts? If you want, let me know down below what are your thoughts, and try to have a good day. Talk to you later.